Yo, it's your boy Andrew Jacksonville. We back. Night 10, Summer of Drew. I've gone 9 out of 10 days now, man. I'm mad that I missed that one day, but maybe one of these days I'll do a doubleheader to make up for it. I'm here for you, man. You content junkies. Let's go. Just open up my Twitter. This is the top one it showed me. I was getting ready. It looks like a couple other things up here I've posted since then, but see how good the Twitter feed is at curating the things I've been looking up lately. I think the thing will create the whole damn stream for me. Drop the link in a few minutes. We're going to go back to I'm going to beat the dead horse. We're going to go back to the LA riots, see what's going on. Probably move on from this tomorrow, unless there's some big breaking thing or whatever. But here we go. Let's go. Yo, do not let Richie from Boston see this video right here. Dude with shit bricks. Shout out to Burn Eye, Capricorni. We got Big Drink Tea. Good to see you. Right here, Minnesotans clash over LA riot response. Let's see what's good here.
Of the murder of George Floyd, tens of thousands of protesters took to the streets for days. Governor Walz made the decision to call up the Minnesota National Guard. At no point did we need the citizens of Minnesota request that the Marines be deployed. Our state and local law enforcement, along with our National Guard, who have worked on crowd control, they were more than enough. They were more than capable of handling this situation. History has proven that law enforcement and the National Guard are more than capable of handling situations more volatile than what happened this weekend. We all see the continuous loops on TV, but this looks nothing like the George Floyd protests or the Rodney King riots in Los Angeles in 1992. Mr. Secretary, this is a deeply unfair position to put our Marines in. Their service should be honored. It should not be exploited. The President has issued an executive order and talked about deploying troops across the country. Los Angeles County has 17,000 law enforcement personnel.
Blah, 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 bitch. Get to the point.
The state of California has 24,000 National Guard troops.
Yeah. So, hey, thank you, Jack Pot. What are women doing in position? Well, it's Minnesota, so completely fucked beyond repair.
So that's why the Los Angeles Chief Police to say, and I quote, "The possible arrival of federal military forces in Los Angeles is an absent a clear coordination, presents a significant logistical operational challenge for those of us who are charged with safeguarding the city." The end of his quote. As I mentioned before, in Minnesota, we
okay, you can see that freak on the right. I forget what her name is, but I did that stream called House of Reprehensibles, and this thing, like, purple-haired freak, dude. It's like, yeah, I'm the Rizzler. I'm the Rizzler of the Senate, and saying all this skibidi toilet, and fucking insane-looking creature, whatever the fuck that thing is.
Train for those things together. So there's no need for the Marines to be deployed. So here are my budget questions, though. What is the current cost for what is taking place in California, and how is it going to affect this budget or the budget we're currently serving under? How much are these deployments going to cost?
Get to the point.
Well, Congresswoman, thank you for the question. You are right. We are both originally from Minnesota, which is why I recall 2020 quite well, when Governor Walz abandoned a police precinct and allowed it to be burned to the ground.
Bam.
And also allowed 5 days of chaos to occur inside the streets of Minneapolis. The police precinct, ma'am, was abandoned and burned to the ground.
Bam.
And because of that, the National Guard was eventually far too late mobilized. And President Trump recognizes a situation like that improperly handled by a governor, like it was by Governor Walz, if it gets out of control, is a bad situation for the citizens of any location. So in Los Angeles, we believe that ICE, which is a federal law enforcement agency, has the right to safely conduct operations in any state and any jurisdiction in the country, especially after 21 million illegals have crossed our border under the previous administration. ICE ought to be able to do its job, whether it's Minneapolis or
Chairman,
Los
I have
Angeles.
limited time. I asked a budget
And they are
question.
being-
Could the secretary please address the budget? Thank you.
You asked about the situation in Los Angeles, and we believe
asked about
ICE
the budget.
agents should be
I
allowed to be
asked about the
safe in
budget,
doing
sir.
their operations, and we have deployed National Guard and the Marines to protect them in the execution of their duties, because we ought to be able to enforce immigration law in this country, unlike what Governor Walz did in 2020. There are 17,000 LAPD, you mentioned.
Damn. Kevin Mooring, what's up?
What's up?
What's up, my man? What do you think is going on? What's up? What's your thoughts on these riots? These LA riots?
You know what's going on, my man. Tonight,
I know.
like today, Chicago is getting active.
Oh shit.
We good?
Yeah, I
Hey,
can,
I'm gonna tell you.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yo. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So what went down in Chicago?
They're riding up there. They're starting tonight. And when the sun goes down, they're all gonna come out on the street. But what's different is Chicago's got a lot of the switches and stuff. There's streets up there the cops don't even go down. So it's gonna get real interesting. We got Friday the 13th coming up. We got Trump's birthday the next day. You know, it's getting crazy. Wait until they start loot.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, wait until they start looting the grocery stores, and there ain't no groceries.
Yeah, it'll be like that. What was that movie? That guy from Minnesota made that movie called Gray State. And they all go in and loot the store and it's empty. But bro, I just thought of another just now thought of another connection. You got the 6/14 Trump's birthday, and 6/14 is also Flag Day. And it's all going down around this time. And then right after this, you got the NBA draft, and the number one pick guy is that kid out of Duke, and his name's Cooper Flag. They're gonna burn down.
You
the
are
flag.
correct.
Damn, we'll see what happens with that flag stop. Maybe he'll overdose on draft night, like Len Bias or something. We'll see. See how that ties into it.
But
And he,
they just started last night in LA, like actually looting stores, Apple stores and shit. Once that shit's cleared out, they're gonna go for the food. I'm just telling you. And we already know that China ain't sending no more fucking merchandise this way.
yeah, this is right. You said it. It was the next video in my feed. Some youths looting an Apple store. Aren't these things basically just bricks though? Once they get them, they can't activate them or anything.
I don't think they're actually going for them for the usage. They're just going to take them to be taken.
Right.
So you see what they're doing. Chicago's going to act out tonight, and we're slowly ramping up to the weekend. Did you see the video where the guy was driving down the street and the cops just lit his car up with actually live rounds and shit?
No, where was that? In LA?
In LA.
No, I didn't see that shit.
You can go on my Twitter feed. Yeah, it could have just been somebody going down the wrong way towards the cops, but man, they just unload on this dude's car. And then another guy around the corner started shooting at the cops for shooting at the car.
Oh shit! I think I saw a cop right there holding the gun. Is that? Yeah, that's a cop right there holding the gun.
or one of these robot dogs are gonna hurt somebody. It's gonna ramp up, dude. That's all it's gonna be. It's a ramp up to Saturday every day, more intense.
Yeah, as we get into Saturday, I agree with you 100%. What's up, DJ? Yeah, it seems like it's funny though that I talked about this, and I mean other people have talked about it too, but and then they started it a little early. It's like the 12 days of doomer, and you can build up to it because they're all gonna hit the streets on that Flag Day, No Kings protest. I'm gonna look up the Chicago protest real quick. Oh, right here, bro. It knows what the fuck I'm talking about and shit. Because now I opened a new tab because I didn't want to lose that other feed I had. Oh, we lost Kevin Moore, but thanks for calling in, brother. Top one right here. Large scale protests against ICE have arrived at Chicago. Top shit. It knows what you're looking for. X got a hell of an algorithm. All funded and all by design, it says. Well, this is at least a better psyop than fucking COVID if they're trying to take down Trump. COVID was the damn worst thing ever. Oh, there's no sign here. Yeah, that's a lot of people right there, though. See, in LA, I feel like it wasn't that many people, but I'm sure it's a way larger area, and they're kind of just little pockets of them here and there. So collectively, there may be more, but here it's like super concentrated. Right here, at least in the video we see here. Mr. Provo, always with the 199. I appreciate you, brother. Good to see the Provo in the house. Click that link, Provo, if you got a hot take on this. You got a hot take on this nationwide riot situation. I'd like to hear it. Oh, Kevin's back. Let's pull him up here. What's up, my man?
Hey, man, I hit a button. My dog started going crazy. But
It's all good.
you have tomorrow is 6/11, JL's date for Seattle.
You're right. Here they are in New York. Why do people look so weird, man? Okay, here's a regular sign that's like not pre-printed. All the other stuff is. Wait, what'd that guy's bag say? It says there are black people in the future. They're carrying around bags that say there are black people in the future. Crazy. Yeah, these people are.
What if tomorrow something does happen in Seattle? Per JL.
Hey, you know JL is right now like, please, God, please, I'll never ask for anything again, please.
It's all playing in, though. I mean, you have the civil unrest, you got the military on both coasts. You know, if something bad does happen, they're already here.
No, I agree. I mean, I'm just talking shit about JL, but I think all his codes and everything, it's super on point. It's just a lot of shit, and he's never wavered from the date, so that's where I can give him the pass that it's never happened because he's never changed the dates. Crazy shit, man.
And you know, other countries are seeing what's going on here. We're vulnerable for a false flag day or our government-sponsored terrorism.
Oh, damn. This dude took a rubber bullet to the face, it says. They were throwing fireworks at him. Damn.
Yeah, they'll clip you. They're showing you, like, hey, look, he's just standing there with his phone. His hand's in his pocket. He wasn't throwing shit.
I mean, shit. Yeah, here it is. Chicago again, right here. Chinga la migra, is that what it's saying? Fuck immigration, is that what that means? Chinga la migra.
Hey, everybody needs to realize they're going for the bean right now, but they want the whole burrito.
Damn, there's a lot of people at this one. Hold on, I got somebody.
Have you heard from EBT yet?
Actually, yeah, I have. Actually, he's back, so he's
Good,
safe.
good.
Yeah, he
Well,
was out. I don't know.
a lot of people used to say that I'm EBT. I'm not. I promise you that.
Uh, I haven't heard what happened to him yet, but he popped back up, and I said what's up to him. So at least
Good.
he's alive. He's safe. I wasn't trying to be like over dramatic about it, but it's pretty weird to see him like disappear like that. Okay, real quick, let me see if I can find this here. Trying to find something real quick. I can't find it now, of course. Give me 1 second. Let this play for 1 minute while I try to find this shit. Okay, I think I found what I'm looking for. Hold on. Just another second here. Hold on. Okay, someone in the chat was saying, I don't want to scroll up, but they were saying how I was talking about on the last stream where Jurassic was with the GDL. I can find it, but I can't play it. Looks totally different in this video. I wish you could see the entire thing, but this is just the thumbnail. You can't play it. Jurassic's hanging out with that Goyim Defense League in this video, and he was at one of their things, at least observing it. And man, I wish I could play it, dude. He looks so different than what you see. He just looks like some regular dude in the videos on his channel, but when you see him in this one video, bro, he looks like some badass biker dude or something. Yeah, I can't play it, unfortunately. That's whack. I wish there was a way I could. But I originally seen this on YouTube where you can play the whole thing. Now it's on like on a paywall thing. Anyway, let me go back to these. Like, got way too many tabs open already. Hold on a second. All right, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, here comes the looting. Damn. Did he blast a dude or what? Hold on, what happened? Oh, they're just shoulder checking him. What are they stealing? It looks like marmalade or something. That looks like that could be a logo right there, like a Rioters logo. Like you got the NBA logo or the MLB logo. This is like the Rioters logo. Silhouette them, put a put a red and blue background on them. You got the Rioters logo. Hold on, bro. I'm gonna make that logo. Hold on, real quick. Okay, I got to clip that real quick. We'll get into that in a second here. Here, real quick. Let me see if I can knock this out real quick. Stand by. Live photoshopping. We got to watch an ad to do the select subject. Stealing for their education. Oh, we got Miss Layla Maris in the chat. Good to see you. I know you're in the next room, but I didn't let you get me tonight. I got to do my stream first. Okay, we got this dude here, and let's do this. Hold on. Hold on a second. Straighten this out a little bit. Fix this little cutout real quick. Whoops. Undo. Whoops. What did I do here? Hold on. Sorry. Damn, I don't have the same magic wand I had. What's going on? Why is there like all this dirt in this thing? I don't get that. That's so weird. There's all that like, it should just be white now. I don't get what all that gray shit is in there. I'll clean it up later. Damn, the silhouette's all messed up. It's all jacked up. Something I'm gonna have to spend some time on here. Thought I could knock this out real quick. Give me 30 more seconds here. Hold on. Sorry. I'm zoning. I'm zoning in here, dude. I get like super like manic and like zoned into it. All right, I'm gonna finish that later. Sorry. That's gonna be my little looters logo. Looters League. Riders League. All right, I'm back. Back to reality now. Sorry. I get like super like zoned the fuck out. Now, 1 hour ago, now business is boarding up in LA. It took you this long. Especially at a jewelry store. A little late on that, dog. Okay, it says the garment warehouse and storefront that in LA that ICE searched on Friday is a money laundering operation for cartels. ICE's presence in these places is what kicked off this chaos, and the Democrats are too stupid and lawless to realize they're defending the cartel.
Warehouse and retail outlet that you served warrants on the belief is, and the evidence suggests, that this is a cartel-related business here in the United States, that this money, the $80 million that they are suspected of undervaluing, the double-digit millions in tariffs that they are suspected and will be charged with violations on, income tax evasion. You believe that all of that is benefiting an illegal cartel, a cartel in Mexico or Colombia. Do you know which cartel?
No, it's a larger investigation, and this company is one of many that we're searching and gathering evidence on the fact that much of the money in this industry is laundered to Colombia and Mexico in support of cartel activities. We also got tax evasion, and we also got customs fraud. And ICE, big part of ICE responsibilities are customs laws, customs enforcement. So this is one business out of many we're looking at. So it's a part of a bigger investigation. And as we gather more evidence, then we'll decide what we want to criminally prosecute, specifically for.
Now,
so one of the things they can leave this into here right away is that let's say they can come out and prove that these businesses are money laundering fronts for cartel or other nefarious purposes. Then this is the perfect example. Hey, we're going to bring out this some type of digital trackable money, and he said a lot of it's going untaxed, and that way get them on the blockchain, right? And then you can say you're doing away with cartels, you're doing away with human trafficking, and you're making sure you get that tax every time, right? Even when I Venmo you for whatever, I'm buying drugs from you, but I put in the little Venmo, the little thing you type in, I put in concert tickets. It's gonna add that little 10% tax right then and there, and it's gonna be unavoidable. And you could get rid of the income tax, Internal Revenue Service, that way if you have it built right into that. So it'd be kind of a end the Fed and the IRS type thing where people would go for it. You're ending child trafficking or human trafficking. You're ending funding cartels and making sure everything's legitimate above water. But at the same time, they're making sure they're getting that little whatever X amount of percent right off the top. Even when you go buy a stick of gum, basically. So it would sound good on the top. It would sound good like on the surface level, but ultimately it would be like complete blockchain tracking of all transactions, even private transactions, no matter how small. Appreciate you, Mr. Evac. I'm assuming you're a man. Mr. Evac, for the love of the game. Threw down $5. I appreciate you. And we got Rich 333. I like your little avatar there. With another $5. Appreciate you both. Yeah, Dr. Phil's at the board. Yeah, are we in what kind of timeline is this? Where Oprah's husband, Stedman, puts on whiteface and LARP says Dr. Phil, and he goes and talks about the border and cartels. Crazy timeline. Yeah, Beholder says the thing is, even if this is true, the protesters do not care if they're cartel affiliated or not, or what crimes they have. 100%, you're right. They just hate Whitey, and the ICE represents Whitey. It's that simple. Isabel Lopez, 27, charged federally with assaulting law enforcement during the Lake Street raids in Minneapolis. This lady's 27. Man, I must be getting old because she looks young. She doesn't look like young, but she don't look 27 to me. That's how old I am now. Yeah, you dipshits are out there committing these crimes, and there's all these cameras. Now, they don't even need to put the motherfucking cameras out there, the facial recognition camera and all. Everyone's got a phone, and it's all like trackable. All that data can be sifted through, especially if that's what they want to do with the Palantir and everything, like real-time data sifting with all this. They don't need to install the phone anymore. You dipshits are out there 100 deep, each with a phone pointing at somebody, and then now they got you. know exactly who you are. Gavin Newsom busted in a lie. Hold on. He's saying he never spoke to President Trump about sending the Marines. Trump said, "Hold my beer," and provided him a call, or called Fox and provided him the call log where he spoke to Newsom for 16 minutes, telling him to get his ass in gear to stop the riots, which were out of control.
Gavin Newsom, after President Trump said in the noon hour in the Oval Office that he called him yesterday or the other day, Gavin Newsom tweeted the following. He said, quote, "There was no call, not even a voicemail. Americans should be alarmed that a president deploying Marines on our streets doesn't even know who he's talking to."
Even this, too, like, exactly what Beholder just said. Even if this is true, like Trump drops the receipts, they're still not going to care. You're just stuck in that fuck Trump and Trump derangement syndrome and fuck ICE. Even if they can prove to you this guy here lied and said he never talked to Trump, they're still not going to care. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is leading to an eventual civil war. We're in a cold civil war right now, and to me, I would say just rip the Band-Aid off. Somebody's got to go first. It's just got to go down because it's like two people in a bar fight. Like it reaches a point where it's going to like two people kind of posturing at each other. That's how it starts, and then eventually it reaches a point where everyone can tell, okay, this is about to go live anytime, and that's where it's at here. And it may still even be years here in this scenario. I feel like the media in these situations are all trying to egg it on as soon as possible. But I say let's just get it over with, bro. Like, it's got to happen. So tear the Band-Aid off.
Well, President Trump contacted me from Air Force One on his way to Fort Bragg, North Carolina, where he'll be in just a little while. He said the first call to Gavin Newsom was not picked up. The second call Gavin picked up. We spoke for 16 minutes. I told him to essentially, quote, and this is quoting the president, get his ass in gear and stop the riots, which were out of control more than anything else. This shows what a liar he is. Said I never called. So here is the evidence. And here is the call log that the president sent me from his phone. This was June the 7th. Now,
Trump sending screenshots like a jilted lover, like, oh, your man called me. Look.
Now, granted, this was on Saturday, but look, there's 1:22 o'clock in the morning, which would have been 10 o'clock at night, 10:22 at night, California time. There was an outgoing call for 4 seconds, and then there was an outgoing call for 16 minutes. So that from the president, which says is proof that he spoke to Gavin Newsom early in the morning, our time.
So Trump called and Newsom didn't answer. Trump's the crazy, but he'll call right back and call right back and call right back. Trump called back and Newsom's just like, fuck, this dude's going to keep calling. He knew he had to answer.
Late at night, Friday night, would have been June 6th, I guess, in Los Angeles. So, Governor, over to you for the response.
Say that's next, right? We're waiting to see if it was made. Conversation, as you mentioned, as things were heating.
Man, this is my second feed here. I haven't even finished setting the first feed. There's just so much data here, so much for people to go through on this. Let me go back to this one. Hold on. Where's my original feed? And that might be where I'm at now. I might be back to my original feed. I thought that's right. I was back on this. I got to finish that logo, but Jewish written Netflix series The Family claims America is controlled by powerful Christian cabal. Yeah, that's hilarious. Nancy Pelosi is now claiming she and others begged Trump to send in the National Guard on this January 6th. Here's a video of Pelosi admitting she was responsible for the failed security on January 6th. So as you see it in the larger picture from a higher view now, you can see what that January 6th was. It was to set up, it's to lay the groundwork for this or what's coming here, or what's soon to come, and let the Democrats cry about it for all those years, for 4 years, and say, oh, this was an insurrection. This was a threat to our democracy, blah, 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 blah. And then the people got detained and held for a long time and blah. Like, all that's laying the groundwork for this. Now you have the precedent to come in and scoop up all these protesters and everything, and give him indefinite detention thanks to Obama's signed NDAA. Protests in Texas now. And that's where, what I was saying, there was that. So there's like Flag Day coming up where it's all going to culminate, I feel like. Flag Day. And then shortly after, right after that, you have the NBA draft, and you have the number one pick. Is the number one consensus pick. This guy's name is Cooper Flag. So I wonder what's going to happen, if there will be some type of psyop with this dude or something. He's number 2. His number is number 2. Even if he like drops to the second pick, like it's supposed slam dunk, he's the first overall pick, like the biggest prospect. But maybe for some reason another team will take a chance on. Well, I think Dallas has the number 1 pick now, and maybe Dallas will trade it, or they'll take a chance on someone else to get the flag to fall. You know what I'm saying? Like the fallen flag to number 2, and his number is 2. Or we'll just see what maybe just the name alone to kind of coincide with all this, what's happening now. And his birthday is winter solstice. Where is he's from? Nokomis Regional High School. Where's that? Where's Emmy? Maine? Oh, the dude's from Maine. We'll see how that ties in. Bill to prohibit non-citizens from voting in D.C. elections has officially passed the House, with 56 Democrats supporting it. This is why they're going to need you on this like blockchain for everything you do. The blockchain tied to your identification, and they can still give you perceived, this is the word I can never say, anonymity while you're online. And it would allow you to vote online, pay for things online and everything. But meanwhile, taking the insta tax every time you're doing some private transaction or anything, a little 10% or whatever, right off the top every time. And I feel like it will lead to that. I thought it would be for this election, and maybe for whatever reason they need a little more time, because I feel like they could roll it out whenever they wanted. But it'll be tied to some type of internet passport type thing and your real ID. We got the crypto alchemist in the house, Mr. Bernard. How you doing? You're muted, brother. Right. There we go.
Figured I'd stop in and say hello. Prayers with, I guess, TBE tinfoil and EBT missing, but I guess okay.
Yeah, he's back now. Yeah, he's good.
So what you make of this? It's spreading to all 50 states, or what's going on next?
Yeah, do you have protests in Canada over this? I bet there is.
Not to my knowledge, but I don't really watch the CBC because it's just straight propaganda where it just makes you want to vomit every time you turn it on. So it's like I'm in Calgary, Alberta, which is like the Texas of Canada. We got oil and we're conservative, so no protests here, that's for sure.
Yeah, Beholder in the chat says spreading to Portland. We know it's going to be in Minneapolis. It's all the major liberal cities. I know I read somewhere there was a couple places overseas, over in like Europe, that there was going to be some. That was just crazy. UK, it's crazy. France. Yeah, could you imagine protests in America over like some some UK election or some shit? These people don't even care here. They don't even care about their own elections here.
Well, and it's like Europe's just so flooded with migrants and illegal migrants. It's like, do you really want to start riots there? I don't know. They're already rioting.
Yeah, they've completely been taken over by Islam. It's a wrap. It's already over.
Yeah, it's
all those crazy. Like UK like politicians now are all Muslims. The number one name of children born is Mohammed, and everything. It's over, dude. They got completely taken over.
Yeah, it's like their imams or whatnot have been like preaching it for decades. Like literally, that was their plan: send in a whole bunch of young males and change the demographic. There was a question, does Canada have Mexicans? We have some, but we definitely do have a lot of South American migrants these days, and they be taking our gerbs. Just kidding. Well,
they got South Americans got to be cold up there.
Right? It's like they come in the summer, and then most don't really survive the winter, but I guess they make so much they can just travel back, right?
Yeah, and they send all the money back home too and everything.
Yeah, it's a wild situation. Very wild. So you think Trump's going to be having to use all of them tanks in the military?
We'll see, man. I mean, you might not even have to use them because it's such a strong show of force that those people, what are they going to do? Throw eggs at a tank? Throw a rock at a tank?
Well, they're already throwing Molotov cocktails at horses. Like, that's horrible.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely be interesting. No, I'll definitely be covering it. I don't know what they'll do though. It's interesting how they're able to just stir this up though at a drop of a dime. It's like expert propaganda shit. They can just mobilize these people however they want from either side.
Right, but then it's like people desperate for money, and then there's all those ads of paying it's like $100 for 3 hours.
Yeah, you should go do it. I heard you're looking for a job, bro. You should go protest.
Well, got to get into America first, and then it's like, well, then I'll just be illegal, right? So it's like, I guess they've hired illegals.
Yeah, so they can, you can protest for the illegals because you'll be there illegally. You can play both sides. You can get paid to protest and wear GoPro at the same time and stream it to your YouTube.
Right?
Double dipping, bro.
Oh man. Then Tom's gonna come for me, or what is that the guy's name?
Yeah, Tom Hooman. Tom Hooman. Yeah, he's gonna definitely come for you, bro.
No, I'm gonna enter legally. I gotta go down to Tesla Tech in August to present in Albuquerque. So I'm gonna do it legal. I'm gonna be a legal migrant to America.
There you go. You can become bros with Elon.
Oh no, this is like Tesla Tech. It has to do with Nikola Tesla. Nothing to do with Elon.
Okay. Fucking bikers and shit here. This shit is crazy.
It really is. It's wild.
It's wild that it's so normalized. It's just been happening now for like 5 years straight. This is like the summer block. It's like you go to work, you say, hey, have you been watching this Netflix show or this Netflix show? Now it's like, hey, you've been watching them riots. You've been watching. It's crazy.
Right? They got to get CNN back in some views, right? Like Fox, CNN, they're missing out.
Yeah, it's definitely part of it.
Mind you, they don't play the good parts. I want to find the guys live streaming as they're running people over. Fucking idiots. It's just...
Yeah, exactly.
It's wild. People done lose their minds. Is that a Shriner's hat he was just wearing?
He's a low IQ individual, like many Democrats. I called in the military in Minneapolis, but it was 7 days. I waited for this guy, the same guy that ran for vice president, who's a very dumb person. He's a low IQ individual, like many Democrats are.
Is it a Space Force logo or something? I can't tell.
Maybe,
what it is.
Right? Like,
it looks like a butt
colors.
It looks like a butt plug. I think it's a butt plug hat.
Oh snap! Plugging up the Epstein files, eh?
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
this is that Minnesota House of Representatives. She married her own brother.
So like that's just creepy. Like how's that?
I think it was more for like
legal. For
it was to get him
citizenship.
But still.
Like, how's she allowed to be inbred marriage in the Congress or whatever, or Senate? Like,
yeah, Look at Gary Baxter knows a lot about this. He got it right here. It says it's a butt plug entering the anus. Totally, dude.
The Space Force going into
Is
Uranus.
that what their logo is? Hold on. Is that really what that
I have
is?
no
Space
idea.
Force logo. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. Let's see. That's a different one, actually. They have a different logo. It's like the Star Trek logo. So
But
what the hell?
good question. What's he doing calling Democrats stupid? It's like he's intentionally inciting it even more so, it seems, right? Like,
Oh yeah, that's what he's all
we
about.
do.
Yeah, this lady married her brother. I mean, the world's just gone to shit. The world's wacky as hell.
Yeah, it's truly insane. Clown World 2.0, Trump 2.0 is just taking it to the whole other level.
Okay, here he is in that hat. So he was at Fort Bragg today. Is that what this is? Maybe that's has something to do with the hat he's wearing. This is only 40 seconds. Let me play this one here.
They stomp on them, but they're too tough. They don't allow it. And attempting to infiltrate and occupy federal buildings wearing armor and face shields. The best money can buy, somebody's financing it. We're going to find out through Pam Bondi and Department of Justice who it is. They're already on it. Who's financing all this equipment? Very professional. Under the Trump administration, this anarchy will not stand. We will not allow federal agents to be attacked, and we will not allow an American city to be invaded and conquered by a foreign enemy. And that's what they are. A lot of those people were let in here by the Biden administration. They just poured right in. They came from prisons, they came from jails, from all. They stomp on them.
Interesting. I want to see more about that hat.
Yeah, it's got to be that Fort Bragg or whatever base he's at. Or not.
It says active Navy JAG officer says he will hunt down ICE agent. That's what I was thinking when Trump's here talking to these. These are a lot of young kids. You know, a lot of these are like kids are radicalized against him. Probably hate him.
Yeah, right.
Some of them probably love him and some of them hate him. So what's that force? Let's see if I can find this thing. Fort Bragg logo or something. Yeah, here. Is that okay? Is this what it is?
Yeah, that's what it was looking like. Something like that.
Okay, it's an airborne. Okay, it doesn't look as much like that when it's not super small and blurry. Yeah, there. Okay. Okay, we'll give him a pass on that one. Damn, so that's what happens when you steal the Apple phone. It just bricks and does that.
Really, eh? That's hilarious.
Oh man, we got our resident Spurg backstage here, man.
Oh dear.
So listen to this noise. And then listen to this, and it's exactly the same. Listen to this.
So that alarm kind of reminds me of today being 6:10, and 6 minus 10 is 4. 4 alarm that we heard back in 2023 when Speaker 9 or 119 was put in by the Mike Johnson.
Who's that?
Mike Johnson, the Speaker. The national alarm on 10-4, 10-4 over and out. And then you have the Israel war go off on 10-7. And the banana was bought on the 17 card by the Justin Sun as the new heaven and earth opened up. I'm trying to explain stuff to you so you easily understand what's been happening.
I don't understand anything you say. I'm not just too dumb.
Okay, do you remember in 2017 when the woman was clothed in the sun in the heavens that we're told in the truther community?
What? No.
No, you gotta start from the beginning.
Okay, on 9/23, 2017, the woman was covered or clothed in the sun and the
Which woman?
stars.
Which woman?
What woman?
Oh my God! Hold on, let me look it up. I got my computer here to help y'all. I
All
really want y'all. I'm gonna stay focused here. I want you to understand because you're in day 2 of a creation, and day 1, day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that we are
So it
shown in
started
Genesis.
yesterday? What
In
do you mean by day 2?
Dude, let me finish. 24 years represents a day on the clock. Okay. So you have 1948 to the 48th presidency. You've had the millennials born. You've had the millennium. We are going into the 24 year of the 9/11. You are in the 47. The 47 equals 11. That's the 11th hour on the clock for the end time and the new time. And that dawn of time, that dawn of America is before you all as you're in the sands of time. And America is forming at one level and it's just now starting at another level. And the petro global dollar, that global empire that everybody's worried about, is just transforming into another shape. Okay, so the Zelensky is going to be 48 on 125 next year, 2026. The 48 years dead on Elvis this year is on 8/16. Elvis is 90 years dead now. We're looking back in time at the 89. You're going into Back to the Future Part 2 as it's been opening up on the world stage, and that burn on America has been shown in different trailers, and it's coming as the Don's back in time, and he's stolen the almanac per se because it says
You're
they
saying
broke
the
the
Dawn,
code.
like, so Donald Trump is going back in time. He's a time traveler. Is that what you're saying?
So we need to understand that it's very possible that the computer and the AI and such has been here before. We're told these kinds of
Been
things
where?
on
Where
ancient
has it been
aliens
before?
and the truth community on all different
Earth,
levels.
I think.
Okay. So as we're going back in time, we're going forward in time because the beginning is declared from the end. So we're actually watching how man is made through evolution over increments, and we can only do this at certain points at times because the motion picture, which is the image given life, has been given to y'all over the decades, and these are those cards being passed out at the poker game for that hell on earth that you're going into as your Satan man. That tan man's already been before you, the orange guy. Well, that's so you say tan at dinner.
You said the
And yes,
Satan.
and let me start off.
Damn, bro.
Let me
You
say
said the
that
Satan man. That he's because he's tan. That's crazy.
the Lord and the people are subject to the punishment. So that pun, the Bible is an allegory. It's a parable. It's a metaphor. It's a book of spirit. Words are spirit. They want to dumb you down and say, well, it's a literal. It was literal history. Okay, so, but that's a whole nother story. I break all these things down so you can easily understand these things, but you are on day 2 and on a day 7, I've lined it up on my channel.
Sir,
I've
are
talked
you
about
on
the
day
garden.
7 by chance? When was the last time you slept?
When was the last time you slept? Yeah.
I've talked about the garden growing dark and the garden coming in and that auto pen closing in the gates and all these things. And the garden's before you now for that guard in LA. And you're in the Christmas spirit 2025. That's basically has things wrapped up as you're given that Pandora's box. And this takes you in from now till the 25 on 9/11, which overlaps into 2 years because obviously September, the anniversary carries over into 2 years. So that's where you get from and the ISO 20022 connects to the Revelation 22 of 22 point. I've been tracking the 22s, 23s, 24s, all these things that was given to me in 2020 vision when I was taken up into the high place, showing all things that were coming. And I've had to figure out what was given to me. That's what my whole channel is about. giving my whole story, giving y'all the matrix, teaching you the matrix and how these things work. You're in the Neo-Assyrian empire of the BC 911, and the 2911 is before you as the Gemini Trump, born on the eclipse day of 6/14/46. He won on the 46th president, or after the 46th presidency. He came in under eclipse with Elohim, and that Elon is for the
Elon's
song of
the
the Lord that's
Elohim.
being laid
Damn,
out
bro.
as the dawn of time is shining light on the Elon that's sprouting. And they're going to get over there and realize it's not wheat, it's the tears, and the tears is tied to the speedo and the flood that is upon the earth for the currency change. And they want to tell you, oh, well, the ark is this and the ark is this. No, the NRE is before you. And hopefully I'll give you some keys so you can get into the new heaven and earth, because there's a window into heaven, and heaven is likened into a net. And you got the net in front of you, and you're going to come eye to eye with an AI and get scared of yourself, get scared of all this shit, and you're going to eye to eye with the bridegroom.
Bro, how many
all
t-shirts are you
coming.
wearing right now? How many t-shirts
Huh?
you got on? How many
Got
t-shirts do
my
you have on?
whitey, my white tee, and this.
Okay. What's the significance of the green tee? Is that, are you signaling somebody?
What are you talking about?
Like, are you wearing green to like signal somebody or
I
something?
got the first shirt that was whatever. But
Okay, well,
also,
I
now that
appreciate
you
you wearing
mentioned
a
it, the
shirt.
green also ties to 23 years, 9 months, and 11 days, which is 622 this year, which is in the THC, is up to be voted on by Abbott. And that ties into your money tree that's being planted with your Bitcoin, so-called, being wrapped up. And it's being
Yeah,
wrapped
my,
up
my
in the
money tree got hurt when the
Tron, the
THC got
just
legal in
listen,
Canada.
Tron, the Justin Sun, the new heaven and earth. The garden has grown dark in the New York City. Sin is the moon god. Sin is CYN, NYC on the backside. The dawn is taking his light off New York, off that sin and all your sins. That's where all your ports and shit close down for the next couple years, and all your money changes. All the so-called antichrist. Oh, that's 666. That's evil. We can't do that. We've been marked in the right hand by our King, the begotten Son who's in heaven. Oh, shit. Jesus told me heaven's in me. The Father's in me. Jesus is in me. Heaven's coming in me. Jesus comes in us. We're all Jesus. We're all Satan. We're all Lucifer. We all got the light inside of us. We are
Is
all
your
matter.
Neuralink
This is part of the
malfunctioning right
Son of
now?
Man coming in. If you had the corona's tied to the dark sun. And this dark sun came in, and the RNA is tied to the rib, the taken out, covered with flesh.
Where's the dark
And the
sun?
RNA is also tied to the messenger for the DNA,
You gotta listen.
which is the light in the body. So basically, you've had your Son of Man come in through the dark sun, and he has made you into the beast man if you've had that thing. Okay, but X marks the spot. Okay, and since we've had the Generation X and we've had the 2,000 year
Bam.
ecstasy, hopefully you might have that ecstasy now. Oh, that's Eve. That's Eve. That's the EV with the the
Oh shit,
11,
the EVs.
the
The
47.
EVs.
And Jesus is the Eve because he has access to the tree of knowledge of life and of good and evil. And Moses is the one who brings the law. He doesn't bring truth and grace. Jesus brings truth and grace. If you got Jesus, you don't go to church. That's what is coming. The New World Order is the age of Jesus, where you don't go to church. You don't do this, that, and the other that we're been in bondage to spiritually before. Because you have Jesus inside you. You have him. They have him. We're all born with God inside of us. And the Christians, the Muslims, whoever, the begotten sons, the seven who light up the candlestick, they're trying to steal the inheritance, say, that guy doesn't have God. So immediately, when you're born, you have billions of people hating you just because you're born a Christian or a Muslim or a Jew. It's ridiculous. You all have God inside of you.
Jews, yeah.
You're all the son of God. Every single person is the
Even
son of
Jews?
God. How do you
Even
know it? Because
Jews?
you have a light inside of you. You have the sun inside of you. You can go to the Science Museum and do the test and see you having electrical flow. You can feel people walk into rooms. So there is energy
that's true.
coming off
Hey.
everybody. We're connected through quantum physics. We are all light.
Question: How
We're all
many boosters
vibration.
did
We're
you take?
all water.
What? Where's the part?
You either
Where's the
No,
part you're
it's
going to help
true,
us
or you don't.
understand
This
this
is what
easily?
Jesus. This is what Jesus. Listen, you're coming under the second age of Jesus.
You
Jesus
said you're
said,
going to
"I'm the
help us
son of all
understand
of
this
you. You
easily.
can
I'm
do
more
more than I
confused
can
than when
do."
you started, bro. I'm more
Jesus said, "You
confused than
can
when
do
you
more
started.
than I can do."
Help me
So let's
understand
get
it
back on your
easily.
end times because you had that abomination back in 2008. Okay, you're coming up on that 24-hour clock on the 9/11. You have that 24-hour clock. You have the 48-hour clock on Elvis, the King Spirit dying. Everybody dies on the throne. Your rapture is coming as that candida of worms
The
comes out. And
crapture.
we've been seeing on social media this big poop log is going to, y'all are all going to be giving birth, okay? This is part of that, oh, Jesus coming, because Jesus is in all of you. And y'all been brainwashed by the king to accept this sword in your right hand, and it's a two-edged sword. It's just piercing your ear. We can't do shit. We gotta be perfect. We gotta be perfect.
Is it
Well,
the
who
crap?
said?
Is it the
Depending on what church
crapture? I
you
want to
go
hear more
to,
about the
some
crapture.
church, I mean, it's
Is it
ridiculous.
the crapture because people are doom scrolling while they're on the
You're
shitter?
already seeing the craps are set up on the movie Bad Thoughts. This is just part of it. That I've talked about the craps for over a year. It's coming and it has been playing out in increments as it's setting the stage for you.
Damn,
And
bro.
if y'all haven't seen the show Bad Thoughts, it's absolutely hilarious on Netflix if you like true humor.
What is
That
it
man
called?
cares.
What's it called?
Bad Thoughts.
Oh, Bad
It's
Thoughts.
sketch comedy. It's just like little 5 or 10 minute increments of just blasting your ass with
All right,
shit
my
you've
man.
never seen.
All right, my man. I appreciate you being here on YouTube, Bernie, but I got to shut it down. I only had an hour tonight, so
No worries.
I put
Speak.
Rochelo's link in. Call back anytime.
Thank
Hilarious.
you. Unblock me on the other one.
I will. Promise.
Thanks.
Appreciate you.
But